Oh, I never knew my steering wheel worked like this. Okay, hey guys, welcome to today's video. I wanted to talk a little bit about Gaio, and I am now at the stables where he is, so we're gonna go to him soon as well. But I just made kind of a decision with him. It's been something that was on my mind already for quite some time, and a feeling I had, but sometimes it's difficult because certain things are normal or certain things are like what you should be doing or whatever. But as we all know, Gaio has quite a kind of background story, which doesn't matter at all and which does not define him at all. And I wasn't there for that period, so I can't say too much about it. And I know the people where we got Gaio from was a really good place. He definitely has some trauma going on in his head. And he's a very sweet horse. Really like him. He's just very energetic, and sometimes it's just hard to get through to him, especially with the riding, because I feel like with the riding, that's also what my decision is about. With the riding, he can do everything and he knows a lot. He knows all these changes, he knows like the passage and all these kind of crazy things. But I've never really had the feeling that he does it with happy feeling, or I never really had the feeling that he was doing it and he couldn't wait to do more. From the very beginning, it's always felt like he can do everything, but you need to not put a lot of pressure on at all, because he does do it, but it's never very relaxed. It doesn't feel like he's doing it happily, relaxed, and I think that's the best feeling. For example, even with Antares, we might not know as many exercises yet, but everything he does, usually I feel like he really likes to do, and he's going for it, and he's relaxed, and I can just have almost nothing in my reins. And with Gaio, sometimes when my reins forward, then I just lose everything. So I kind of decided to be okay, I had this goal maybe to just have fun with him, of course, but also to maybe do some riding or do some shows where he knows all these exercises, which is great. But I was it doesn't even really feel like, to me, maybe I'm just not good enough to help him in this process. He can have really good days, some days are really nice, and then I'm okay, this feels really good. But still, it's not that same feeling, and I think that is so important for us and for people with horses to really see what your horse likes, because yeah, okay, we want to do horse riding, but it also needs to fit the horse. I'm not saying it's always going to be like this. Hopefully in the future we can do some more of it again, but for now I really decided to just be focusing on the groundwork, which he absolutely loves. He gets so excited by it. Yet again, he's a little bit all over the place in his head, but he really likes it, and he likes then when after the groundwork I hop on, just play around. And that is really what I want to be doing now, just having fun with him. That really helps us with our bond as well. It was just, yeah, I've had this idea, I thought, for so long, but a while ago I was riding and I was just really thinking okay, what am I doing this for? I don't think he is enjoying it. I'm not per se having the best time of my life with the rides. So yeah, and he is really fully into the groundwork. And I feel if I go do the groundwork, then I hop on to just have fun, explain things in a very different and new way, to make him experience it can be a lot of fun, and make him experience that he has kind of the control and it is fun to do these things, it's a positive thing. Then I feel we can make a lot of progress, and I would love to do shows with him, but if that doesn't happen, that's absolutely fine. It's not a must at all. He does love going to places where there's a lot happening, but I think I'm just gonna focus on the groundwork, and I'm kind of excited about it, because now for maybe a week or so I've been doing it like this, maybe a little longer, and it just feels a lot better. I can't say it's gonna stay like that, I need to knock it, but it just feels I don't know, the pressure is off. Not that we had a lot of pressure, but still it feels like that. And I think this is just gonna be our journey, and I'm very excited about it, and we're gonna have fun on the ground, playing around, and then transferring some of it to the riding. Maybe not at all, we'll see about that, we'll see how it goes. Now I probably have talked long enough, I see it's already quite a while, sorry about that, but it's just been a thing in my mind, and I really thought it was nice to share with you guys, because you've all been so involved and supportive about Gaio, and I really appreciate that, and I really like it as well. Let's just see how, with a little turn now to the left or to the right, whatever you want to call it, we're going to see how we're going to move on from this and how that's going to go. But I'm not just going to go to Gaio, prepare him, and show you exactly what I'm talking about. So to give you guys a little bit of context, I was thinking to just hop on with the bit, with the saddle, with everything, kind of how you would ride normally. I just do it for a little second. Maybe this is the last time for a very long time like this. And just gonna show you what I mean a little bit. Things you will see is probably his mouth is very busy, active, and his tongue is gonna do all sorts of things. And with the riding itself, we're gonna see how he's gonna go. But I did tell you I was gonna keep you guys kind of updated in the whole process. I just take this with it. Okay. Right. So. All right. So just on here, and sometimes, as I said, like it can go really well with the riding. Gaio. But sometimes it's also just not the best. And what I think, yeah, good boy. So the most important is that you have the feeling that your horse likes it, even when things are difficult. That's not a problem, but you do want to have the feeling that you can get through it together, and not that like every day it's kind of the same struggle. And I feel like with him, if I ride like this, some days can be really good in some moments, but I always have to kind of be there, and that's maybe because I'm not good enough, or maybe because he struggles with it. But I just always kind of have to be there to help him to relax and find that soft feeling again. Good boy. This is already quite good for him. But what I would like, and of course it's things you can train, but for example, if I take now my reins in one hand, or I just put my reins forward, I just lose kind of everything. Instead of him just like nicely surging and easy, being happy, and this looks like maybe little problems that you can easily fix. But this is like we're now just doing really easy and simple work. And then when you do like the harder things, of course it just gets harder, and I just have the feeling that within doing all that, he just doesn't fully happily do it, and I just kind of have to do too much for like what I like to do. And now I'm not trying to fix anything. Look, and there you see the tongue comes out, and I'm not really doing anything. Even with like everything very loose, it's just kind of what he does with the bit in. Good boy. Ooh. See, if I let him be on his own, then it's just a bit hard. But this whole thing will change, and I just don't have the bridle on for him. I think that's long enough. We haven't really done too much, but just to get you a bit of an idea with the easy work, that I feel like he's doing it all, but not per se that he loves doing it all. Good boy. Easy. And that's what I like the most about riding with Antares, is that I really have that feeling that he loves doing it. So I'll take everything off, and we're just gonna do it how I've been doing it for the last week. Out. Bye. So now what I have been doing is to focus then a bit more on the groundwork, and that I will be doing still, because he does love a challenge and he does like to do like things that make him think. So I'm just going to be playing. Normally I do it loose, but he is also all over the place, and in this arena it might not be the best if I let him loose, because he just wants to play, bark, run, but I think all the sand will be on top of the ceiling. So in the paddock it's normally, but it's freezing, so the paddocks are very hard. So we're doing it indoors, but it's really good for him to do it on the rope as well, because we do need to get some what of a control. With the whip in the beginning, he was always very, very sharp. So really, if I touch him, he was straight away like reacting to it. And I was a bit careful with it, but now I'm just trying to use it as I would normally do it, because I think whip, for the people that are going to complain about a whip is nothing bad. It's just a stick. For the people that think it's a bad thing, they just do bad things with it, maybe. So it's just very clear for me to have kind of a command for him, starting with him walking with me, stopping, because you see he really wants to do something. So the stopping is very important as well. Good boy. Yeah. Ooh. Ooh. Good. So I just keep doing this for a while. Oh. Oh wow. Wait. We can do this once. I'll show you. He loves to do the Spanish trot. Normally I would wait till he's a bit calmer, but oh. Easy. Oh, pas. Oh, let up. Yeah, good boy. So with this, even though it's still all over the place, I do get the feeling that he likes doing what we're doing. Yeah, good boy. Then within this, I also try to teach him that we can do different things without stressing. So I now also, started teaching the like getting on, that he will park, or just the leg yielding in. Yeah, before he would just like piaffing the whole time. So that's something I'm doing, just a bit more playful in a way that we're doing it together. So for example, now if I would want to get on, just trying to teach him, wow, that's the second time. Well done, well done, yeah. Okay, and one other thing that I'm really excited and kind of proud of, we've been practicing for a while, is the laying down. But now he's kind of getting it. And also on the rope, because that was even harder for him. Down. Down. Before he wouldn't really let me come near. Down. Yeah, good boy. Wow, that's really good. So this is really special, and I feel like this is just so much fun to do with him. And he is really, really smart. Oh, it's okay. He just really loves to like learn things. Yeah, good boy. And if I had this feeling with the riding, like how we were meant to be riding, or how we were always riding, then it would have been very different, even when things are difficult. One other thing I'm practicing is that some trick that I already wanted to do for years and years, and that is that the horse jumps from one side to the other, but in a really fun way that it's positive. Very difficult. We're still figuring it out, but yeah. Woo! And now this way. And this way. Good boy. And then that's just a really small start. So as you can see, he's still like very active with his face and his mouth. He always wants to grab something. And if you stand next to him, he just kind of needs to touch you and do something instead of just be relaxed like this. I just want him to be able to stand like that. Still very, very difficult with him, but I hope by doing this a lot and just having fun and getting our like rest moments as well, that it will be a lot better. But I do think it really comes from his past. So I'm not going to focus too much on what I don't want, but I'm just going to focus mostly on what we do want to keep it a bit positive. So this is really good. And then I just go with the bridle and I just jump on, do some fun things just so he's nice and soft and happy. I do want to keep him fit and also supple, so I will be doing like some of the riding. Somebody's sitting there. And then I also want to kind of start doing the tricks. There's an office upstairs, and I think have like ADD. Yeah, we are both ADD. Yeah, we have found each other, didn't we? Anyways, what I wanted to say is that yes. Yeah, I wanted to say. Okay. What I actually wanted to say is that I still want to ride him a bit to keep him fit, keep him supple, and to do these things of course as well, and still keep improving. But the main focus would just be on like doing the groundwork, doing some of the tricks, and also implementing, is that a word? Implementing that when I'm on him. So now we're just going to go with the bridle, the bitless one, the Nalanta bridle. Now he wants to park in already. So good. So itch. One day I will also ride with the neck rope without the saddle, but for now with him I still am finding kind of my balance, and he can be quite intense sometimes, so I just do now with the bridle, and if I do the neck rope I have a saddle. But I think you will see already in this way, just with the bitless and just riding a bit, at least for myself, it feels like I already have almost nothing in my hands, and that's really what I like. And if I put my hands forward, it's not that I like lose everything completely. Yeah, that's better. Okay, good boy. Boy. So to me, I don't know what it looks like, but to me this is already a whole different feeling after just having played a little bit on the ground together and now just riding without kind of, I don't know if it's like his memory or what it is, or just us together not fully getting it. But this to me feels already like a way happier horse, and I don't know why I shouldn't listen to that and do something with it. All the way. I'm also not saying you should never like keep going when things are difficult, but sometimes if you have tried for a long time and you know what it feels like, and then when there's another solution that makes both of you happier, then why not? Good. Yeah, good so. And I kind of want to have the feeling that we're starting from scratch, but just kind of like we're starting over. And we're trying to do everything in a way that is a bit more fun for both of us. Yeah, good boy. Okay. Ooh. Yeah, good. That's kind of it. I know we haven't maybe shown too much, but that's the whole point of it. Like, we're not doing too much at the moment. We are kind of taking a lot of steps back, changing kind of the whole course as well. Of course, we've always been doing a little bit of this, but this will now be the main focus. There's a lot of talking, but then you are up to date. And then we are going to keep practicing, having fun, and hopefully get happier and happier every day and every week. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.